We're back with some more Let's Play Super Speed Castlevania IV. I'm Brickroad. This is Stage 8. We are in the dungeon. And I don't mean dungeon in the sense that, you know, any location in a video game with bad guys in it is a dungeon. I mean an honest-to-goodness, people get chained to walls and whipped to death dungeon. Actually, it's my understanding in the Japanese version of the game, this level is referred to as a torture chamber. Instead of green acidic slime coating the ground everywhere, it's pools of blood. And I actually think that the censors changed it for the better in this case. The green slime works better, and I'll explain why. Dracula's a vampire, and this is his castle, so having a giant vat of blood in his basement is just kind of wasteful, isn't it? It's kind of like, I don't know, it just seems very hedonistic to throw your food away like that. Anyway, this is overall probably the most difficult level in the game, because there's so many spikes, and spikes are just instant death. You got swinging spikes, falling spikes, moving spikes, you got spikes that come at you from the ceiling, and the spikes that require perfect timing to get past. You got these spines that fall on you. It's just not good. And then of course you've got the green slime drip, which unlike the harmless water drops from stage 3 do hurt you and will knock you down into the slime. The slime works just like the swamp from stage 2. You can sink in it and die, but it also damages you over time. So this is probably the most hostile stage in the game. It requires a lot of practice to really get right. Like this crumbling bridge with the bats. Yeah, oh crap. Well yeah, the candles on that bridge, those are a trap. If you stop for even a split second to whip those candles, you will get hit by a bat and you will fall into the slime. So here is some more spikes, instant death of course. And the timing on these has to be absolutely pixel perfect. You've got to wait for both of them to be going away from you. If you try to get through there at any other moment, you will die instantly. There is, you know, do not pass go, do not collect $200. That is it. Those swinging spike traps, green slime, it's just not good. Skeletons coming out of the background. Tons of the floating eyeball guys that I was complaining about. This level, this might be the make or break point in Castlevania IV, because for a beginner learning the game, this is the level that you really have to learn. There's just a lot of things that jump out at you that you can't see coming. This part here seems boring, where Simon has to crawl on his knees to avoid the instant death spikes from the ceiling. Just keep in mind that the game's running faster than normal. And then, yeah. And then to cap it all off, you've got this bridge that platforms that disappear from under your feet in a pseudo-random pattern. I don't want to do all this again. So yeah, the timing on the spike platforms, candles, hearts, yada yada yada. I have to rebuild my whip. You always start with a very small, short leather whip when you die. That's the first time I died in the game, so I believe that's a boomerang. Oh good, it is a boomerang. So you get the little whip power-up so you can make your whip longer. And that, you know, that only takes, I think it's the 3rd candle and the 5th candle or something like that. Always has your power-up. So anytime you die, you can get your whip back in order very quickly. What I'm missing, though, is my triple item power-up. I don't have that anymore, and I don't think I can get one. That candle there is a knife. You never ever want to whip that one. And yeah, I'm glad I have to do this part again. The boring crawl on your knees part. That's good. Good times. So the boss of Area 8 is not very difficult. It may be a little more difficult because I can only throw one boomerang at a time. Maybe there's a double item thing up here. No, just money. Nothing in that. Nothing in that wall. So the boss, yeah, he'll be pretty easy. And this is kind of strange because the make or break boss in the original Castlevania was Frankenstein's monster, and it's the same boss as in this level here. Frankenstein's monster in the original Castlevania was dreadful. I don't know, I think I've beaten him like 3 or 4 times in my life, whereas Frankenstein's monster in Castlevania IV is trivial. Anyway, that was stage 8, the dungeon, and my first death in the game. Let's see if I can get through stage 9 and the areas beyond without repeating that mistake. See you guys.